Hello and welcome to today's video. My name is Paul Cito and I'm a solution engineer for VIAVI Solution. Today's video is an introduction and overview of the OneExpert Cable TV series meter. For today's video, the session objectives are to review and understand the key characteristics of the ONX Cable TV platform, to review the high-level features supported, and to review basic user interface navigation of the ONX Cable TV meter. The ONX is ruggedized and hardened for outdoor use. Rubber bumpers and protection outline the complete meter, providing for protection of the unit in real-world operating conditions. Lastly, the meter supports both the touchscreen and hard keys for navigating, setting up, and viewing results on the ONX. Next, let's review the ONX controls. The controls are what's going to allow you to set up, navigate the meter, as well as interpret results. We'll start with the LEDs on the top of the meter. They can be found here just under the rubber bumper. Starting on the left-hand side of the LEDs, we have the sync LED. The sync LED is used when you're performing a DOCSIS sync test. The network LED is next. The network LED is illuminated when you have network or IP connectivity. Next is the error LED. The error LED is illuminated when you have an errored condition. And lastly, on the right, you have the battery LED. The battery LED can be red when the battery is low, yellow when the battery is mid-range, or green. When it's green, the battery is either fully charged or currently plugged in to an AC adapter. Under the LEDs is the ONX touchscreen. The ONX supports a high-sensitivity 5-inch capacitive touchscreen. This touchscreen can be used to navigate the menu structure, the test, and its associated results. Much like your smartphone, you can use the touchscreen to zoom in and out on specific graphs and illustrations. Towards the bottom of the touchscreen are the shortcut soft keys. These soft keys define functions that are typically associated with the test and the application that's currently in use. These soft keys can be accessed by using the touchscreen itself. Now, under the soft keys are the shortcut hard keys. These hard keys perform exactly the same function as the soft keys above them. They simply give the user another way to execute specific test commands by pressing the hard keys as opposed to using the touchscreen itself. Under the shortcut keys is a directional keypad. The directional keypad is used to navigate up, down, left, and right through the GUI. Useful when selecting icons, typing in text, and changing focus areas on the screen. In the center of the navigational keypad is the Enter key for executing the currently highlighted application on the touchscreen. Under the directional keypad are the utility keys. Starting on the left is the backwards button. The backwards button is to be used when you want to back out of the current screen to the next higher menu. You can also use the backwards soft key, typically located in the upper left-hand corner of the touchscreen. Moving to the middle utility key is the Home button. The Home button will always return you to the system screen, the starting point of the meter, to select any test or application. On the right-hand side of the utility keys is the Tray button. The Tray button pulls down the quick tray from the top of the screen, allowing for such tasks as performing a print screen as well as turning on Bluetooth. Note that the Tray button can also be accessed by pulling down from the top of the touchscreen. Lastly is the power input. The power input can be found on the bottom of the meter on the right side. If the ONX glove is on the meter, you will have to move the power cover to plug in the adapter. On top of the meter you'll see two 75 ohm coax test ports. On the right-hand side, port 1, which is in blue, this port is used primarily for downstream DOCSIS testing. Test capability on that port includes channel check, DOCSIS test, spectrum test, quick check, and one check. One check actually uses both ports on the meter at the same time. On port 2, on the left-hand side, in purple, is the RF ingress port. The RF ingress port is used for ingress testing to measure energy in the return band due to loose connectors, devices, and bad cables. Basically, this is a spectrum analyzer measuring noise coming out of the subscriber's network. On the right-hand side of the unit, under the rubber flap, are two Ethernet RJ45 ports. These two ports are used to test Ethernet and IP connectivity and QoS on the drop side of the cable modem or through an IP router. Some of the tests that can be performed on these ports include a ping test, which allows you to verify layer 3 connectivity, a speed check test, which allows you to measure upstream and downstream IP throughput, a true speed test, which allows you to measure layer 4 upstream or downstream throughput, a voice over IP test, and an IPTV test, to name a few. Lastly, the ONX supports Wi-Fi, which allows you to perform testing in the 2.4 and 5 GHz ranges. Some of the tests include a Wi-Fi scan test and a Wi-Fi access point emulation test, which allows you to have the ONX act as a Wi-Fi access point when connected to a cable modem. Moving on to the user interface. After powering on the meter, the home screen is the starting point for configuring and operating the test set. As you can see, there are several high-level menu categories displayed. These categories describe the test functionality that is supported by the meter. You can dive into each category for specific tests and functions. This can be done by selecting the drop-down arrow and pressing the Enter key to expand the menu selection using the navigational keypad or the touchscreen. But before we do that, it's important to note that your meter may not contain the exact category shown here. The categories present depend on the specific meter, model, and the options that have been purchased. Under the cable TV category, for example, you can select tests such as one check, ingress scan, channel check, DOCSIS check, cable TV settings, spectrum, quick check, and connections. Under the cable TV network menu category, you can select channel expert, DOCSIS expert, forward sweep, reverse sweep, sweepless sweep, ingress expert, and RSG loopback. The CATV network category is only available on the ONX 630 model. Under the wiring tools category, you can perform a hub flash test, a port discovery test, or perform a ping test. Under the Ethernet test category, you can configure the Ethernet test port. Under the Wi-Fi category, you can perform a Wi-Fi scan, you can emulate a Wi-Fi access point, or you can pair with a Wi-Fi advisor for further Wi-Fi testing. Under the Coax or Smart ID menu category, you can locate the Smart ID, you can perform a single-ended coax map, a dual-ended coax map, or a whole home check. Last but not least is the System category. The System category contains the menu items that allow you to configure and set up the meter. Under the System Settings menu icon, you can do things like upgrade your firmware, set your time and date, look up the MAC addresses on the ONX, and check the options that are present on the meter, to name a few. Lastly, if you have specific tests that you run commonly, you can drag specific test functions to the shortcut area at the bottom of the screen. This is done by selecting and dragging the icons as shown. This can be done for commonly accessed tests that you want access to time and time again. Lastly, we want to leave you with some support resources for your ONX CATV meter. The first is the contact information for the VIAVI Solutions Technical Support Center. The Technical Support Center is staffed in Germantown, Maryland. It's open from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The contact number for the Tech Support Center is 1-844-468-4284 or 1-844-468-GO-VIAVI. Once you're in the number, select option 3, option 1, and option 2. If you'd like to contact us through email, the Tech Support Center can be reached via the CATV support at viavisolutions.com email address. Online resources are also available at the TAC online portal. On viavisolutions.com, go to the Services and Support section, and in that section you can find a link to the Technical Assistance Center. This has commonly asked questions as well as common documents and videos like this one that allow you to use or enable you to use the ONX CATV meter. Thank you for your attention. This concludes today's video.